Hello, everyone. This is Samantha coming to you from My Dolly Dreams Came True. Y'all, we are having such an amazing week. Happy Friday. Say hello to all of our besties. I know y'all see a rare special guest with us, and I'm going to recede so RB Jules Barbie can share her with you. Hello, everyone. This is RB Jules Barbie coming to you from My Dolly Dreams Came True. As Samantha has said, I know y'all are seeing it. Your eyes are not deceiving you. I did come across the Rare Find Barbie Deluxe style doll. Let me see. Make sure that, yeah, got everything going here. All right, there we go. Did a little shake it so we know what's going on. So I do have a chair for her to sit in. I don't have a stand with me today, and that's okay. Y'all, I bit the bullet, and I did get her on eBay. And I know I scrutinize eBay when they start doing these crazy prices. However, I did get her at a decent price. The person only made like an extra $20 off the doll. And so I got her for like $40, and don't think that was bad. Because generally they have these the doll prices jacked up, and I went on ahead and bit the bullet because I really wanted her. And what I noticed from the last Rare Find or certain dolls that they, have at Target, they haven't shown up at my Target. And not that they wouldn't show up in my state, but it would show up in other parts of the state and where I live before it would come directly to my particular area. So, and I've seen that happen before. And it was simple as I wanted the strawberry shortcake construction building sets, and I wanted the strawberry shortcake house, and I wound up getting all four of them. They had them at the Five Below, and I wanted the strawberry shortcake one specifically. And when you order it from the Five Below, excuse me, y'all, website, they, have you put in your zip code, and generally they will ship it from your store or from your area. So the area that I saw it before I actually put in my zip code, they had it, which was literally 100 miles away from where I live. Well, 50, 100 coming and going. But anyway, so I put in my zip code and they didn't have it. So I got, of course I was upset, because I really wanted it. And, I felt like I was playing beat the clock before the scalpers got their hands on it and, selling that $5, set for like $20, $25. It was crazy to me. But blessedly, it did come up. I never saw it in my store, but I did see it on Five Below website, and it came weeks later from from another part of the state. So they'll ship it from other parts of my state before it comes to my area. So I say all that to say, if the rare Barbie that I have before me, or the rare Midge that they had, or the Aaliyah doll, it wasn't in my store, in my Target near where I live specifically, I would have to go further out. And that's not conducive to my traveling patterns right now because I don't have a car. And I'm not going to lie, I can't see me going far out to shop just for a doll unless I just happen to be in that area. Because by the time you do the gas and the mileage, you might as well have paid for it on eBay because you're going to spend the gas, the time, and all of those things. And it really does add up and it is expensive. And I don't think sometimes people think about it from that perspective that you are still spending gas, whatever the gas prices are, and whatever the mileage is. You think you're going to get a discount, and unless you really live in an area, well, spoiler alert, you're really not. Because you're still paying for it. So I really weighed in on, okay, if I get this doll, if I could find her at a decent price, which I did, what would be my spending cap? And knowing that this doll costs $20. Excuse me, y'all. My sleep patterns is jacked up as always, so that's nothing new for me. But I did take a nap. But anyway, I looked at what would be the spending cap. So the doll originally cost $20, and then they had her for like $42, I think, with free shipping. Or if they did have shipping, the shipping was not an astronomical price for her to be shipped. So it's like maybe $6 or $7 more, maybe. So I really didn't pay that much for her. And they had, I'm pretty sure they charged me for shipping because they had to ship her. So they made like about $20 off the doll. And I could live with that. Um, but the folks, I have seen this doll at astronomical prices from 50, 60, 100, almost $200. And I'm pretty sure it can, if someone really gets desperate enough, they will buy her. And I was hoping that I didn't have to pass her up. And we are going to unbox her, y'all. So don't even worry about that. We're going to unbox her and we're going to do some comparisons from the 1990s Barbie to her now. And we clearly already know that she's basically like 98% articulated. She's not articulated in her ankles and her waist. So she doesn't, she doesn't have that movement in her waist. So she's like 95% articulated, 90, however you want to calculate the percentage. It's not about the math, really. Just doing some comparisons and how she looked from the late 1980s as an 89 all the way to 2025. So we are going to do a comparisons. And so I got her. And when the weirdest thing though, I know y'all like, can you just hurry up and open it? I'm gonna open it, but I just need to say what I'm feeling. When I got her and I opened up the box, I felt weird. I don't know what that was about. And of course, I probably was already tired and filled with exhaustion from yesterday. And but it's like I don't know if my mind hasn't processed that I have her, or me processing that I'm looking at this doll and how they have changed how she looked from 1989 until now. And, there are changes. And, you know, I don't know. I don't think it's like, I couldn't handle it. Couldn't handle it. And, yeah, um, I, took a break after that. I was like, you know what? I'm going to go to bed. And that's exactly what I did. I went and took a nap. I was like, I don't know. I just couldn't wrap my head around it. So, and I knew she was coming, but I didn't think about how I would feel when she came, when she came, when she would come, however. because I know I'm collecting the 1990s Barbies, and I love that face sculpt, which means I do love her face sculpt, but she's absolutely beautiful. She really is. Um, I just it's just hard for me to process though, you know. And I attribute it to my neurodivergent brain. I know that's what it is, and it is what it is. I probably won't process her maybe months from now, maybe a year from now, but I have her now, so I can process her and not feel like I wish I had got her, should have got her, and hopefully I can get her and then get her at some really jacked up price, and I got her at a decent price. So you know, kudos to that, right? So, without further ado, let's take a look at her. And y'all, I'm going to be honest. I don't like the color of her dress. I don't like the salmon color. I don't. But she looks beautiful in the dress, if you will. If it was a different color, maybe, I don't know. It's something about this color. It's just driving me bananas. And color is my thing. And you know, color is a part of my life in terms of me being happy, sad, and things of that nature. And then this color just doesn't do it for me. But she is gorgeous. Other than the color of this dress, I love everything about it. So let's take a good look at her, and let's take a look at everyone else who comes in this second wave of dolls. So she is doll the Reified number 6. So here are the other dolls right here that come. Of course, we have Millie, and we have the other dolls that come in the line, and we see how they all dressed. We see, the outfits and the handbags. Three of the handbags which we have seen. The only one that appears to look different is the one that Millie has, where hers kind of looks like a sleeve or something. No, it's a big bow for a handle, which is super, super cute. I do like that. This part right here for me on her is questionable. They kind of look like floaties a little bit. So I'm not feeling that part right there. So yeah. And I really love this one right here, the outfit. I don't need any more full figure dolls. I have enough. And this outfit is super cute. Not too crazy about the doll. I don't like the boots, but she is super cute. And I was looking at her inside the box. Let's unbox her so we can take a detailed look. I was looking at her in the box, and I was noticing that she looked like she has flatter feet. Let me get my scissors. She looks like she has flatter feet. And but let me see. Okay, I think I can open her on the side here. Let me see. Yeah. Hold on. Here, let me stick my scissors down here. There we go. And open up these flaps on the side. Yeah, there we go. I don't know why I'm trying to preserve the box, because I'm trying to make sure I throw my boxes in the trash, because y'all, I have enough doll boxes to do whatever I'm going to do with them. That is for sure. So I'm trying to just make sure that I throw the boxes in the trash. Now I'm going to keep the back of the packaging of this one, because she is on this box, and I think it is super cool. Yeah, she does have flatter feet. So let's take a look at her out of the box. There she is. There, and she is absolutely beautiful. So let's take a look. Let's take her out, and we have quite a few of the 1990s Barbies out, and we're going to do some comparisons from then and now. So, and I think this is a good one. because she became the face of Barbie for of Black Barbie for the longest time before they made the decision to discontinue her. So yeah, let's let's get the comparisons going. Let's see. Let's check out her hair. Let me take her hair out. So yeah. And of course I have to pull the stays out of her hair, and let's take this rubber band off of her purse, which does open, and it is quite rubbery from what I can tell. Okay, so here is her little purse right there, and the only thing left to do is to pull the stays out of her head. So, and I got them out, and of course she has doll hair, so she is out, y'all. This is so freaking weird. Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you. So let me sit this down right here. Let's put the scissors down, and let's take a look, a good look at her, and do a 360 before we do some comparisons. Yeah. So y'all, here she is out of the box here. And she does have, oh, wait a minute. We're going to see in a minute if she has articulation. So here she is out of the box. Ooh, she just looks, I don't know. It's just hard for me to process. You know what it is? She doesn't have on a lot of makeup. Wait a minute now. Yeah, she's flat-footed. She doesn't have a lot of makeup on. And they changed her hair color. So I'm having a hard time processing her whole new look. So that's what that is. So, but let's just take a closer look at her. So she has, this color hair. It is really soft. It's something stuck in it. I don't know what this is. Oh, it's a rubber band in her hair. I guess the way they did her hair. Oh, okay. It's her braids. And they did give her a little bit of, I'm sorry, they gave her a little bit of baby hairs. So as we can see here. So we see that she has full rotation in the head, in the arms, and she has articulation. So we see that she has the articulation in the knees. And her foot is on the incline, but I don't know if she actually can fit heels. I really don't. So as you can see, she has no articulation there. And the back of her dress is velcroed, and it is well made. She has a straight edge cut on the ruffles on the sleeve. It's just processing looking at her. So we are going to do this because I have quite a few of them here, but since I have her here, let's go for it. So there she is. She looks, well, she looks taller. She looks taller than Barbie, than the 1990s Barbie. This is definitely the 1990s Barbie. Okay. Her face is wider. Her cheekbones are more pronounced. The smile is the same. Her face is wider. Her eyes are wider. The doll from the 1990s, her face is a little bit more narrow. Of course, the skin complexion is different, and that's fine because, we have all colors and shades, in our race. And so that's fine. And also her hair is dyed. I'm thinking it would be dyed because a lot of you know African American or black folk that have sandy colored hair like this, they're generally lighter. They're much lighter than her, and some of them are actually light skinned. So, and I'm not saying that's not possible because I have seen black. I have two cousins who are about this Barbie's complexion, and they are natural redheads. They are carrot tops. They are natural redheads. Their hair is not dyed, and they were born with red hair. And so it's possible for her to have this color hair and to be born with it. And because you do have black folks who are blonde, naturally blonde. So, but yeah, so just adjusting to her. Also, her waist is a little wider than the 1990s Barbie. Her bust is much smaller than the 1990s Barbie. Her eyes, her features are more pronounced, where it looks has more definition of a person, someone you could see him like. I know someone who looks like her, as opposed to the 1990s Barbie. And definitely less makeup. Her eyes are different. Her eyes look more human like. The eyelashes are pretty much the same. And of course, she has, updated earrings and jewelry, and she has more movement as opposed to the particular pose that the dolls had in the 90s and 80s. Um, so that's clearly some of the differences. And Barbie of the 90s, she has that high instep in her foot that's designed to wear uh, high heels only. Unlike this doll, she has an inclined step, but it's not, I don't think, high enough where she could wear heels. Maybe she can. Um, Let me see. Let me sit her in a chair. I do have a doll nearby, and she does have on heels. So oh, that's too far. Let us sit her right here, and we're going to do a test. Let me get a doll that has on heels, and we are going to see if she actually can. And because she has that higher instep, so let me, she can sit like that. I'm going to remove one of her shoes, and we're going to see if she can indeed, which I don't think she can. Nope, she can't. Let me see. I don't know. She can, but her foot doesn't. I'm talking. She can, but her foot, as you can see, it doesn't go all the way down. If you can see it a little on this side, just a little bit. Her foot doesn't go all the way down in the shoe. So, and it looks awkward because her foot is actually bigger. So she actually can fit it a little. So it's possible to dress her with some heels on her feet. And because she does have a bit of a slight incline where she can um, wear the shoe. So, but for me, I'm not going to lie, it's going to take a little, she's going to take a little bit of getting adjusted to. So let me sit her like this and pull her legs down, and well, Yeah. So wait a minute. There you go. So it's actually I'm actually gonna it's just it is definitely me, and I'm okay with it. I'm gonna have to get a get to adjusted to her, and it just is what it is, and I'm being honest. But other than that, she is absolutely beautiful. She's absolutely gorgeous. Yep. There go her little purse right there. So I'm trying to get her to sit in this chair. Let me see. There you go. So I absolutely love her. I'm not even going to lie and say that I don't, because I do. I just have to get adjusted to that. Her face looks more human like, more realistic um than the other doll does, than the 1990s dolls look. Um and that's fine. Other than that, I'm good with it. She's beautiful. I have no complaints other than a salmon colored dress. Let me put her little purse on her. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me put her little purse on her hand. Yep. So let me do this. And her hands is a little rubbery. Oh, huge difference. Huge difference. Now her hands are a little rubbery, but guess what? The biggest difference is that there we go. The biggest difference with her is that her legs, that she's totally hard. Her, besides her hands, her body, and her face, besides her face and her hands, everything is completely hard. Unlike the 90s doll where they had the face, and that Barbie, she had the rubbery legs. She definitely had the rubbery legs. So that is the absolute difference between these dolls right here. So, yeah, other than that, absolutely beautiful. So I hope y'all have a wonderful weekend. Be safe out here, y'all, in these streets. Have fun. Don't take no tea. Well, if you have a fever, take tea. But what I'm talking about, don't take any foolishness from anybody. Spread good vibes, love, and joy. And yeah, have a wonderful weekend. Do all the wonderful things, y'all. Please like, share, and subscribe, and turn on your notification button so you know when I will do another video. Until next week, y'all, let's stay fierce and fabulous, and let's sparkle like Barbie.